Money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-444-2013. That's 800-444-2013. For $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-444-2013. 800-444-2013.
From the Spurrier's Gridiron Grill Studio, WRUF Gainesville, W251CG Gainesville, WRUF FM HD2, and on the WRUF radio app. This program is paid for by Weeby Marketing. The godfather of Gator Sports Talk Radio has returned.
I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
It's Sports Scene with Steve Russell. Time to eat some lunch and talk some Gator sports.
Sports Scene with Steve Russell is fueled by Southeast Car Agency and brought to you in part by Gator Trim Light, Campus USA Credit Union, Doreen Weeby Realtor, Fairlife Milk, Domino's Pizza, International Diamond Center, Meldon Law, Miapa Latin Cafe, Spurrier's Gridiron Grill, Quality Plumbing, Sensei Asian Bistro, Ruse Ogre State Farm, Titan MRI and Imaging, the UF Bookstore, Gala Bank, B&D Electric, and the Head Beer Coach 1966 Lager.
Now, here's Steve Russell, right here on WRUF.
Get myself situated here. Welcome into a Wednesday edition of Sports Scene as you listen on WRUF. Caroline is going to be our producer today, and she'll make sure all the buttons are pushed right. Always appreciate all of our producers and the jobs that they do, and they're students, they're learning, and it's fun for me to help teach them. Miss teaching, kind of in your blood when it gets in there. Today, Del Shannon, the great Del Shannon, had a song that was a big hit for him called "Keep Searching." Well, I'm trying to keep searching for topics that will pique your interest. And here is something I came across today. By the way, Sean Deveney is going to join us here in about 10 minutes to go over the NBA draft. A lot of times this time of the year, over 28 years of doing Sports Scene, we have done, the Mount Rushmore, the 4 greatest basketball players, the 4 greatest baseball, all that. Because it's the time of the year, right? It just is. One of the things I've never done is asked the flip side of that, which is the worst. So today, as you call in, I want you to tell me the 1 or 2 worst sports movies in history. One came to mind for me right away, but I won't give it away. I want you to do that. Because, again, there have been some really good sports movies, but there's also been some duds. So I want to get that from you. Later in the week, hopefully Friday, if not next week, because that's going to be our last week of shows until August, Roland Thornquist, remember him? Long-time Florida women's tennis coach, national championships in his tenure here. He retired abruptly a couple of years ago. But sitting across the way from me here, he said to me, I want to coach again. Well, he coached at Lenoir Rhine, and they just won the Division III national championship in women's tennis. So hopefully he'll come on either Friday or beginning of next week to give you that story, how he got that job, etc. Also today, with the NBA draft coming up, I don't know if you heard this or not, but I think it's interesting. the NCAA has finally approved a new eligibility model for Division I athletes. 5 seasons of competition over a 5-year period, starting with full-time enrollment or the academic year following the athlete's 19th birthday. Interestingly, it eliminates waivers or redshirt years for extended eligibility, except for very specific things like maternity leave or something like that. It'll take effect this fall and will impact all athletes enrolling in 2027, 2028, with current athletes having the option to apply the age-based model or continue under previous rules. Now remember, this model is part of a broader Senate bill that's out there. I have a funny feeling this will be litigated. I mean, everything is. I just don't see this happening without court issues. We will see. If you haven't thought about the draft last night, certainly want to hear from you. And how about Jack Caglione? We'll have Rays baseball tonight. And last night, Cags, 2 homers. He's on a hot streak. And it's funny, talking to some big league people, they thought that he would have a breakout year this year, and he started out not terribly, but, a little slowly. But, man, he's on a heater right now. So good for him. So, again, today, that's what we got. Unless you want to give me something. Because if not, it's going to be a long, long day. We may have Ron Slay here from the SEC Network to talk about the Dusty May situation, why coaches are leaving, college and all of that. He is going to hopefully try to join us today. Okay? We come to you from the Gator Trim Light Studio. As we always do, visit GatorTrimLight.com. Find out what they can do for you, for your home, for your business, for your pool area, landscape lighting. Whatever it is, they can take care of it and make your place look beautiful. And it's fully programmable from your phone. Again, GatorTrimLight.com. Go there, and you can see exactly what they can do for you. We are fueled by Southeast Car Agency in Gainesville, 310 Northeast 39th Avenue, the best in late model, low mileage vehicles. Go see them in person. Tell them Sports Scene sent you. Now, because we are in, we're going to have, after today, 5 more shows. And then we're going to take a hike for a while. And judging by response, it's good. It's a good time to take a hike because nobody wants to talk sports. But in that time, we are going to do our best to keep you updated on, don't forget the MLB draft is coming up, that sort of thing. If you have a text you want to get to us, our B&D Electric text line, 352-325-3777. They are pros. They do good work. Reliable electrical service you can trust. You can schedule at bdelectric.com. If you have any Facebook Live questions, Caroline will get them to me, courtesy of Ruse Ogra, your go-to agent in Gainesville for car, home, life, and casualty insurance. YouTube questions from Campus USA Credit Union, serving our community for 90 years, founded on the UF campus. The phone call line here, 392-8255. That's our Titan MRI and imaging phone line. Calling for the best MRI, affordable prices, TitanMRI.com. The email, you know it, srussell@wruf.com, courtesy of of International Diamond Center, the official jeweler of the Florida Gators. Simply put, you want really high-quality jewelry, this is the place to go. And our first hour of the show brought to you in part by our friends at Quality Plumbing, a name you've trusted since 1984. Their name certainly says it all. Their service says it all. Their longevity says it all. Quality Plumbing. Let's get to Bernard here. Hi, Bernard.
Steve, a couple of things about the last draft. I think the Washington Wizards had to go this kid, A.J. DeBonds, at 6'9". I just think what he did with BYU, I'm not talking about the points. I think he came in and he put his head down. He played every game. You're trying to change the culture at the Wizards because that's no man's land. No one wants to go there. You can't bring in a Darryl. You can't bring in a player that you have questions about. You're hoping that the bouncer comes in 6'9", 40-inch vertical. You put him at small 40s. He takes off, and other players want to come and join him. And, you're trying to change that culture. That's no man's land. And lastly, Steve, you've probably been around as long as I have. When I look at Cameron Boozer, I think about Red Auerbach. He doesn't wow you to me with his athletic ability, but at the end of the game, he has his points, his rebounds. He makes the right plays, and his teams win. He's the kind of player Red Auerbach used to draft. Come in, he would come off the bench first couple of years, sixth man of the year. He would get into the starting lineup, play about 12, 15 years, and they win a couple of 2 or 3 NBA championships. And at the end of his career, Steve, he's in the NBA Hall of Fame.
Well, I don't want to go that far. I mean, we'll see. But I do like Boozer a lot. I hate to use this word because no pick is safe. You never know. But his history, he's a winner. He's produced. And, he's been very consistent. And I think that will show up here with Memphis. Good pick for them.
Yes, you got to get Memphis. Hopefully he can help turn that around, get that stench of, Ja Morant. That's been a bad marriage. Steve, you take care and have a great one. We'll talk later, okay?
All right, yep, thank you. Caroline, please tell Byron to call back. I want him to call back, especially with not getting many calls, but I have a guest coming up, so I want to get him. Again, joining us here shortly, Sean Deveney from Heavy.com to talk about the NBA draft. He's coming up next as you listen to Sports Scene, coming to you live from the Gator Trim Light Studio, fueled by Southeast Car Agency on WRUF. Hey, it's Steve Russell for Southeast Car Agency in Gainesville, 310 Northeast 39th Avenue. Friends, they've been in business for 45-plus years, and the Cousins family has done just one thing, but, man, they've done it right. They give you the best alternative you have to purchasing a new vehicle, the best in late-model, low-mileage vehicles. I'm driving one right now, have been for a very long time. They've treated me right. They'll do the same thing for you. Go see them today, Southeast Car Agency in Gainesville.
Everyone knows Gator Trim Light is the go-to for patented permanent holiday lighting. But did you know they do so much more? From pool enclosures and businesses to decks and landscape lighting, they've got you covered. Full color systems, fully programmable, right from your smartphone. Invisible by day, stunning by night. Show off your orange and blue home or landscape with GatorTrimLight.com. That's GatorTrimLight.com. GatorTrimLight.com.
In the mood for a delicious Asian fusion cuisine for lunch? Then head to P.F. Chang's in Gainesville. They have lunch specials starting at just $11.99. Happy hour, Monday through Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. Enjoy $5.99 beers, $6.99 wines, and $8.99 cocktails. Wednesdays are girls' night with half-price wine and champagne bottles. And any day, anytime, sip house and lucky cocktails for $8.99. Celebrate every meal at P.F. Chang's Gainesville, your destination for lunch, drinks, and fun.
It's lunchtime and nobody does lunch like Pomodoro Cafe. From Italian dishes to subs and salads, and favorites like their gamberi salento, shrimp, fresh tomatoes, and zucchini sauteed in garlic and oil with penne pasta and Romano cheese.
This is Steve Russell sharing with you one of my favorite lunch spots, Pomodoro Cafe, located in the Spring Hill Publix complex on 39th Avenue near I-75. Enjoy Pomodoro Cafe today.
And don't forget, they cater online at PomodoroCafe.com.
Soccer sticker fever is here at Miapa. Every Wednesday from 4 to 9 p.m., bring the family for soccer sticker trading night. Trade the stickers you're missing, pick up albums and sticker packs, and connect with fellow collectors. And kids ages 3 to 10 eat free with a paid adult entree. While the kids enjoy dinner, treat yourself to the best Cuban food north of Miami and delicious Cuban coffee at any of our 6 convenient locations. Miapa Soccer Sticker Wednesdays. Every Wednesday, 4 to 9 p.m.
In a world of big banks, there's only one truly local choice in Gainesville, Gala Bank. Locally owned and operated, Gala Bank is built by people who live here, work here, and care about this community. With over 350 years of combined banking experience, you'll always get trusted guidance and personal service you can count on. And with convenient 7 to 7 hours, Monday through Saturday, banking works around your schedule, not the other way around. Local bank, local people. Gala Bank. Member FDIC.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party.
Hey man, what's Hard Rock Bet giving new players?
If you win your first $5 bet, you get $150 in bonus bets.
$750? ¿Cuánto?
Oh, was that Ronaldinho? Sounds like his first bet scored.
Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook. Roll with us. New customers bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets if you win. Payable in bonus bets, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Hey, it's Kevin Winter. Join me in the Sports Lab today at 2 on WRUF, 98.1 FM, 850 AM, and anywhere in the world on the WRUF mobile app. We are your home for Gator Sports.
Don't forget all of our guests on the show brought to you courtesy of Meldon Law, the only injury law firm partner of the Florida Gators. Meldon Law won't back down. Let us now go to our Titan MRI and Imaging phone line. That's where Sean Deveney joins us now, covering the NBA for Heavy.com, and has been with us a lot throughout the NBA playoffs and now here with the first round of the draft. Sean, welcome. I guess it's happened before. You look in history, and you can look back and say Team X's first round draft choice was a bust. But I'll start with that. Was there any pick in the first round last night you scratched your head about?
I think it pretty much went as planned. I think a couple were maybe some reaches. Morez Johnson at number 9 going to Dallas. Johnson definitely was moving up boards, and everybody loves what a great defensive player. We saw what he did at Michigan. Obviously, he's got sort of a championship background, and them having Michigan's coach there now. So, it certainly had made some sense, but it did seem like that was a little bit of a reach, and maybe they could have moved back. I thought Dalen Swain at 15 was probably a stretch for Chicago as well. But, those are minor criticism. I don't think there were any picks where it was sort of like, what on earth are they doing here?
Outside of the obvious ones, Sean, what pick did you say, that's a really good pick?
I thought Milwaukee, coming off of the big trade of Giannis and all the criticism that they took and, geez, where's this franchise going? I thought they had a pretty good night to get Braden Burries from Arizona, who's, a winning player, does all the little things, can play both guard spots, great shooter. To get him and then still get Nate Aments, who they were contemplating taking at number 10, but wind up getting him at 13. I thought that was a really good night for Milwaukee to get to bring in 2 more young players in a mix that, as you start to suss it out, I don't think the Bucks are in such terrible shape as it seemed to be as they were sorting through these deals for Giannis this week.
I hope you can explain this to people who are listening because, when you talk about second apron, all that kind of stuff, people get confused. I get confused. The Knicks have a bunch of picks now coming up in round 2 and apparently made some trades to where I think they got the first pick in round 2. What does that mean for New York in terms of, not just sheer number of picks, but what that does for them monetarily?
Well, I don't want to rain on your parade, Steve, but, Jim Dolan is being Jim Dolan again. He had like 3 days where he was actually like, an enjoyable owner. And now he's back to, we're not going to go into the second apron to keep our team together, which is just, for a team that's worth, $12 billion and is in the biggest market in the world and won the first championship in 53 years. Go into the second apron. I mean, do it. Why wouldn't you to keep this team together? But he says he won't do it. So they've got about $15 million to work with. If you have even a low end first round pick in the rookie salary scale, they get more than $3 million. So the Knicks were looking at this and saying, we need to save every dollar we can, and they wind up trying to move out of that first round altogether. And you'll see them do the same thing tonight in the second round, try to move off of those picks. They don't want to bring in any new salary if they don't have to. They're going to try to really minimize as much as they can. Because they want to try to bring back Landry Shamet and Jose Alvarado. I don't think they can afford to bring back Mitchell Robinson. So, but they're trying to save every dollar. You saw Cleveland do the same thing. They're a second apron team, and Denver has second apron warriors, and they did the same thing at the end of the first round. So it's really just about saving about $3.5 million there.
From the Sean Deveney pair of binoculars here, Sean, what pick did you particularly really like?
I thought the Celtics did well to get Chris Sinak from Houston. He didn't have a great year, and that hurt his stock. But he was such a terrific player. I mean, he was a top 10 pick coming into the year. Such a great AAU player, and just really wasn't a good fit with Houston, and just they didn't get the most out of him. But he's really got the length and the shooting ability, and the Celtics have a great developmental system. And they badly need a big man. So that was really a stroke of luck for them to be able to get Sinak there at number 27. Like I say, as high as about 16 or 17 in some scouts' mock drafts coming in. So that was really good for him. I thought LeBaron Philon, he dropped pretty far to go, from a potential lottery pick down to number 22 at Philadelphia. So I thought the Sixers did well to bring him in as well.
You've seen, obviously, a lot of drafts in your time, Sean, and now, round two doesn't have the sizzle that round one has. You're a first-round draft choice versus second-round draft choice. But, how important are second-round draft choices to the success of teams?
Yeah, and I think it's going to be interesting now with NIL because you're going to have more players who stay in, and therefore the players who are still around in the second round, okay, they're not going to be the high upside swings that you might have taken in the past. But what they are is you're going to get a lot of pretty polished guys who, can potentially come in and help you right away. And that's really important. And especially we're talking about all these second aprons, and you've got to be really careful with every dollar. You can pay these guys next to nothing and still do pretty well. Get contributing players at a very, very cheap price. So it is very important. You're going to see a lot of moves, a lot of teams moving up, a lot of teams moving down, targeting players that they can get and kind of sign them to cheap deals. I mean, the guy who just carried the Knicks to a championship, of course, was a second round pick, and so you've got to keep that in mind. And a guy who wasn't even drafted, Austin Reeves, just signed a maximum contract with the Lakers. So all these guys have potential to be much bigger contributors than you think.
Sean Deveney, Heavy.com, as he talks NBA, the draft. We talked a lot before it went down, Sean, about Giannis and what might happen there. So now that deal has gone down, your thoughts?
I thought where Milwaukee? Look, you can start by saying Milwaukee waited a year too late for this. If they had done this last year, the package would have been 50% better. They would have had 150% of what they've got now. That's what happens. Every cycle you wait, your price goes down. We saw that with Damian Lillard, for instance, when Portland tried to move him a few years ago, and we've seen it again. The longer you wait on these things, the less the price. And so it wasn't a great package. It wasn't the 4 or 5 first round picks that you'd hope to get. But all things considered, where they were, I thought they did okay. We'll see how some of these young players develop. We'll see if they make some other trades that can kind of bolster their situation. They don't really have much by way of draft capital, after the 2 picks that they had last night. So that's still a big issue for them. We'll see if they trade Tyler Hero. We'll see if they trade Miles Turner. We'll see what else they do. But all things considered, I thought the Bucks probably did as well as possible, and we'll see what happens now with some of these other pieces. Whether it's Jaylen Brown, of course, who was very much involved in those talks, and then some other guys like for example, John Morant, Kawhi Leonard. We'll see if there's other guys who get put on the block here too.
Let me leave you with this. 2 last things, Sean. San Antonio's first-round pick, the kid from Kentucky, a big man. And they already have Wemby. Is he a more physical player in terms of what the plan is with San Antonio to help them up front?
Well, Steve, they also went back and traded back into the back end of the first round there, and they got Terrence Reed from Connecticut. So, I think that kind of tells you that they didn't really love what they were getting from Luke Cornett, which you could probably tell if you watch the playoffs and watch the finals. I don't think that they feel he's a long-term answer for them. They want to have as much size and as much beef as possible. I think there's a couple things at play. One is, you're always worried about Wemby's health, and I think they're always going to be very careful with him and rest him, and he's probably never going to play more than 65 to 70 games per year. But then I think they also, they know that this is an arms race, and that the big man is back a little bit, and you've got to make sure you have some size. You have some size up there for sure. Don't forget the Thunder got Ademara, the 7'3" kid from Michigan. So I'm sure that helped the Spurs inspire themselves to get bigger as well. And that's sort of the story of those 2 teams right now. So yeah, Jaden Quaintance, a kid from Kentucky, he might not play next year. He's still coming back from this knee issue, but he's certainly going to be someone to watch and see how they develop him coming forward, as well as Terrence Reed.
Last thing, because San Antonio and OKC have really developed through the draft, and Oklahoma City especially, my goodness, they're really good at this. But how close are they, Sean, to where they're going to have money issues, decisions to make along those lines, or are they there yet?
They're already there because, we saw them. They had to kind of give away Aaron Wiggins, who's a rotation player for most teams. He kind of fell out of the rotation in Oklahoma City, but a good player that they had to basically give away because they're trying to avoid that second apron. They've got to do it, and they're going to have a decision on Lou Dort. We'll see if they bring back Lou Dort. We'll see if they bring back Isaiah Hartenstein. Bringing in Ademara could be a precursor to moving on from Hartenstein. So when you look at where they are, they're already in that process, and that was part of what they were doing last night was getting themselves ready. I think Isaiah Joe, terrific 3-point shooter. He's probably not long for the Thunder either. They'll probably have to get rid of him, and that's just part of where the rules are right now. So yeah, I think it's already happening with the Thunder. Maybe not with the really big names, but if we start getting into Lou Dort and Hartenstein, maybe having to go, that's going to hurt, and they've got to replace those guys, no question.
Yeah, they're 2 good pieces. As always, my friend, where can people see your work?
At heavy.com, we're keeping up with the draft. We're keeping up with free agency. We're keeping up with trades. A lot going on in the NBA.
Always appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve.
You got it. Does a good job, doesn't he? He knows his stuff. You can ask him anything. That's what I love having him on. Sean Deveney, covering the NBA, heavy.com. All right. I'll get to some emails here. If you're just tuning in, because it's where we are in the world here. Oh, by the way, Dustin always keeps me up to date. International Diamond Center email about Brandon Sproat last night. I forgot to mention him. I believe it was 6 innings last night, struck out 10, had his best start of the year. He's 2-4 on the year, but he was very good last night. So he and Cags, Langford had a hit again last night. So some Gators making hay in MLB. We'll take a break. We'll come back, and then we'll open phones, emails, whatever, as you listen to Sports Scene on WRUF.
This is former Gator quarterback Shane Matthews, and you're listening to the home of Gator sports, WRUF, 98.1 FM, 850 AM, and 103.7 HD2.
Summer is here. This summer, don't let pain or lingering injuries hold you back. Good news. You don't have to deal with long waits or high costs at Titan MRI and Imaging. At Titan MRI and Imaging, you're not just another patient. You're treated with care in a comfortable, personal setting. With 2 locations in Gainesville and 1 in Lake City, being pain-free is a short drive away. And they accept insurance. So don't sit out this summer. Get the scan you need and get back to enjoying it. Visit TitanMRI.com to learn more.
Summer's back, and so is IDC's most popular offer ever. 0% financing for 5 years. Now through June 30th, you can make any purchase at International Diamond Center and spread your payments out to 2031 without paying a dime in interest. Engagement rings, wedding bands, eternity bands, earrings, pendants, our largest selection ever of certified hand-picked diamonds and exclusive designer fashion jewelry. International Diamond Center at Celebration Point. Excludes Rolex. Details and more at shopidc.com on approved credit.
Every great team is built on a solid game plan, sharp execution, and total trust in the crew beside you. At Quality Plumbing, we bring that same championship mindset to every job we do. For over 40 years, we've been the starting lineup for homes and businesses across North Central Florida, delivering reliable service, expert craftsmanship, and big wins for our customers. Call us today or visit qualityplumbing.com. We're your first string team. License number CFC 043073.
By now you've heard about the Florida Legends Experience in Gila, featuring Gator Heisman greats Tim Tebow, Danny Werfel, and Steve Spurrier all in one place at Spurrier's Gridiron Grill. Imagine catching a pass or taking a handoff from a Heisman winner, all while supporting Isaiah 117 to help provide safe, loving homes for children in need. Then enjoy an unforgettable evening at the Gala, filled with great food and lasting memories. Don't miss this historic event. Find out how you and your business can get involved at FLLegends.com. That's FLLegends.com.
If you're looking for premium, high-quality food served in an unforgettable atmosphere, you're going to love brunch at Spurrier's Gridiron Grill.
This is Coach Steve Spurrier, and I want to let you know that Spurrier's Gridiron Grill's delicious brunch is now served in a premium buffet.
Complete with build-your-own omelet station, served every Saturday and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Reservations are encouraged, and walk-ins are always welcome.
Plus, you can enjoy bottomless, mimosas, and Bloody Marys. So join us every Saturday and Sunday from 11 to 3 for the best brunch in town.
There are plenty of realtors in town, but few work as hard, respond as quickly, or care as deeply as Doreen Wiebe of Caldwell Banker MM Parish. Community-driven and client-focused, Doreen will work with you to ensure your satisfaction. Whether you're buying or selling, she brings persistence, preparation, and heart to every deal. With Doreen, you're not just another transaction. You're a priority. Call 352-562-1411. That's 352-562-1411.
It's game day. Lights on, fans ready, everything running like it should. Now imagine your home performing at that same level. No flickering lights, no tripping breakers, no last-minute surprises. With B&D Electric, your home's electrical system is always game day ready. From repairs and lighting to panel upgrades and troubleshooting, they deliver reliable service you can count on every time. Don't sit on the sidelines. Schedule your service today at www.bdelectric.com. That's bdelectric.com.
Foodies, this is not a drill. Sensei Asian Bistro is now open in Celebration Point, right next to Spurrier's Gridiron Grill, and it's bringing bold Japanese French fusion flavors you won't find anywhere else. We're talking smoked New York strip, rich matcha curry, melt-in-your-mouth Chilean sea bass, and the fan-favorite Chunggang chili chicken. Feeling adventurous? Dive into fresh crudo oysters or treat yourself to A5 Wagyu tataki. Add in handcrafted cocktails, and you've got your next night out covered. Sensei Asian Bistro. Come hungry, leave impressed.
This is Jeff Cardozo, today at 4. Tune in for the tailgate right here on WRUF, 98.1 FM, 850 AM. Your home for Gator Sports.
Welcome back to Sports Scene. Again, if you want to chime in on this, I'm trying to find some things to chew on here. Worst sports movies, not best, worst that you've seen, as you call in or email or whatever today. Let's go to our Titan MRI Imaging phone line. Byron's there. Hi, Byron.
Steve, I've been trying to think, man. I like so many movies and so many scenes was good. I have to get back with that one because everyone I look like I just enjoy. But let me get on to my call. Steve, great interview. That guy does know his stuff,
yes,
man.
He does.
And the Milwaukee draft, I was going to ask you because I don't really know these players. And I want to give out a shout out to Kevin for that because, I kind of say the first 10 players probably could be impact players. But, Steve, listening to him, and you asked a great question about the second-round players. Steve, this is my opinion, and everybody know what that means. But I think that the college has become better than the G League. And so I think the players like Chinalua know another year in college only raises their stock because the competition in college is outstanding. So that's a take, but I never see the G League much, and I didn't play in it, so I don't know. But that's an opinion. I think a year in college is probably better than a year in the G League. And like he was saying, even the second round players, some of those guys could be impact. And he just mentioned Jalen Brunson. But Steve, real quick. I didn't hear you. I got grandkids. Steve, you're going to kill me, man. I ate lunch with you for the last 30-something years, look like it. Now I hate these vacations, but good. Have a great one. But, Steve, how many coaches in the last 20 years, all of them got to come from college. You work your way up the ladder, so we ought to know this expected. But do you see a lot of success when people leave college and go into pros? Maybe I'm naive, but it seems like San Antonio and maybe even the Knicks in Boston. I don't keep up as much, but they grow them in. Pat Riley, the coach he got down there, it didn't seem to come from college. But what do you see the success rate on people that's leaving? Not trying to deny anybody. If he made it to college, he did great. But what do you think about that?
I'm not sure I understand. Are you asking who are the coaches that have done the best leaving college, going to the pros? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, because it doesn't seem like it's a lot of success. I mean, I only watch Coach Donovan and maybe a few others. I think the Lakers maybe one of the coaches from the Lakers, but I don't see the success coming from the ones that go from college, even in the NFL. It seems like those coaches are kind of inbred, and they're not to try to be facetious, and they don't really do as well when they don't come from that system. Am I being naive with that? Or just name some college coaches in the last 20 years that went to the NBA. I think it's one or two maybe in the NFL that succeeded.
Well, I can name you a bunch that went from college to the NBA, but they weren't particularly successful.
College.
I mean, John Calipari went there, right? Billy Donovan went there. Lon Kruger went there.
Right.
The Michigan coach went there. Not Dusty May. Went to the Cavaliers.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a bunch of them that have done that, but I don't know, I guess you have to, success is, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, but Rick Pitino, I mean, there's just a bunch that have gone and haven't necessarily, done great.
Well, in that culture, that's what I'm at. And that, Steve, I'm not trying to say nothing about that coaching. If you make it to high school and won, you did good in my book, Steve. And let me get on off here, Steve. My last thing about Cags and Tampa and them, Steve, I sure wish we would have drafted him. And shout out to him in Langford. But I think Kansas City came before Tampa. So, that was a draft. I wish we would have had better. But shout out to those two guys, man. And good luck with the Gator baseball this year. I'm looking forward to a new season, man. And go Gators.
Byron, thank you. I believe I'm correct in this. I believe Larry Brown is the only coach to have won NCAA and NBA titles. I think he's the only one. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. Hi, D. How are you?
Hey, what's up, Steve? Talk some draft with you, man. Yeah, last night was no surprises. Everybody pretty much went
Chalk.
as expected. Yeah, especially in the first 6 or 7. But man, I tell you, man, the NBA it's a wing and it's a small forward league, man. The first 4 picks were 6'8", 6'9", 6'7", 6'5", 6'6", and those are the playmakers. You got to have wings, length, athleticism in this NBA, man. So that's where the league is going. But I love Caleb Wilson going to Chicago, man. I think I was ashamed that he got hurt, and I think if he would have played in the tournament, Hubert Davis still might have been coaching North Carolina this year. I think he had that much of an impact on that team last year, and when he got hurt, man, it just were never the same. So I think he's going to be a great pick for Chicago. I think he's got the mindset and the drive to turn that franchise around. And I tell you, Steve, the guy I love was Lindenborg to Golden State, man, because he's exactly what they need, man. They're an older team, and he's a young, athletic wing. He's 24, so they don't have to baby him. And with Jimmy Butler out most of the season next year, they're gonna need him to come in and play right away. So I think he's a plug-and-play guy right away for Golden State.
Out of necessity.
Right.
And I don't know, that he would be if you had those guys you mentioned healthy. But I'm with you. Given where they are, I would imagine he's gonna have to produce.
Yeah, man. So it's just sad, man, that a lot of these kids are going to organizations, losing organizations, man. But that's part of being a number 1 pick, man. You gotta give hope to a lot of these franchises and hope they can turn around. But it was a good night. At least we knew a lot of the guys, man, from college. So we'll see how they pan out. Be good, Steve.
All right, thank you, D. That was actually a good thing. That sometimes, and I'm not knocking this, but if a player is drafted, he's a foreign player, nobody knows who he is. Well, you knew most everybody drafted last night. Rich, hello.
Steve, breaking news, Lakers signed Reeves 4 years, $185. Made me start to think, we haven't heard anything about LeBron James. Have you heard anything? Is he coming back? Is he going to retire?
I think he's still mulling that decision.
Amazing. I hope he comes back. 1 more year would be good. And I've been telling people for a long time, we're not going to get another one like him that not only is the most talented, but also the hardest worker. So I hope he comes back for 1 more year. So movie-wise, I can't think of a bad movie. I really can't, but I have 2 good ones.
Okay.
That really are not talked about. One of them was 1985, Vision Quest. Is a wrestling movie. That was with Matthew Modine. That was a really good movie. And then also Mystery Alaska, which is a hockey movie with Russell Crowe. Again, not talked about. I think that was like early 90s. Both very good movies. I'm going to touch on the Rays a little bit now. Another loss last night. The tailspin continues. Believe it or not, with the tailspin, there's still a team in baseball with like the 5th or 6th most wins because they started out so good.
Yep.
So, but Jack Addis last night, he had 2 home runs. And not only that, he's batting .277. He's got 14 total. His RBI total is good. His OPS is up around 850. Really solid player. And he's from Tampa. He's a Tampa guy. He went to high school, I think, at Plant. So really, really good outing for him. And I hope the Rays can turn this around. Their pitching, last night was not very good. McClanahan, he got roughed up a little bit. And I think we got Griffin Jacks going tonight, so we'll see. But one more thing on them is that they need to do better. They've done well on the international level as far as getting players, but they're drafting. And I've been patient, but when's the last time we had a player come through that has made a difference in their lineup through the college draft? It's been years. Even their pitching, it's been years. Most of the guys they've acquired, they've traded for. And I don't keep a real close eye on the other teams, but are most teams like that? Are they having problems? When I look at Milwaukee, Seattle, teams like that, their team on the field is loaded with first-round picks that they've acquired through the college draft. Houston's another good example. Why are some teams so good and others just can't cut it?
I think, that I could probably talk till 2 o'clock about that. But the short answer here, Rich, I think it's philosophy, right? How do you build your team? Some teams will do it trading. Some teams will do it slowly via the draft. I think it just depends on, what your MO is and what you believe in. I mean, look at the Mets. And again, part of that's money. If you have money, you can go out and you can acquire, right, veteran players, and you can still develop them through the draft, but, the big market teams, generally speaking, go out and look at the Dodgers. Look who they've gotten through free agency, right? Some of their young players have done well, but their stars are acquired players.
Yeah, it's just not a big deal to them to spend 25, 30, 35 million a player because they know what they're going to get out of him. Freeman's a good example of that.
Yeah.
I thought he was on the downside of his career, but he's been great for them. Hey, one question, last night the Rays were losing. I think it was like 11-1 at some point. You ever given any thought to the MLB going to a college system where
run
you're
rule
up by 10 after 7? Yeah, why not?
Well, here's why. Because I think it costs so much to go to a game. That may be the only game you see. Now, if you think my team isn't playing well today, I'm not going to sit around here and watch this. I'm going to leave early and go home. That's great, but you're making that decision. It's your choice as a fan to say, I'm leaving. But if that's the only game I get to see and it's cut off because of the run rule, I don't know if I'd be happy. I don't think MLB would ever do that.
Yeah, I think it's, the other thing is it would protect some of these players. When I see an outfielder on the mound pitching out, I'm like, boy, I just cringe at that.
And you don't see
that way.
And you don't see a ton of games like that. I mean, I don't know how many there are, but I don't think it's to the point where we're seeing a rash of these games like that, and we need to take a look at it. I just don't know if you have the need for it.
It would be a brand new motivation. If you're a team and it's the 7th inning and you're up by 9, let's get that one more run so we can go home.
All right. Thank you, Rich.
Thanks, man.
Yep, appreciate your call. We'll take a break, come back. Plenty of time to hear from you. Good segment there. I like it. Keep it up. Like talking sports with you here on Sports Scene, coming to you live from the Gator Trimlight Studio, fueled by Southeast Car Agency on WRUF.
At International Gold, Diamond, and Watch Exchange, you'll find transparent pricing, same-day evaluations, expert craftsmanship, and a team committed to treating every customer with honesty and respect. And you never know who you'll see shopping there. Music stars, sports stars, and savvy collectors all know where to go when they're searching for exceptional value and luxury timepieces. Whether you're buying, selling, trading, or restoring a treasured piece, visit International Gold, Diamond, and Watch Exchange on West University Avenue in Gainesville.
Gator Nation, did you know the UF Bookstore, located right inside the University of Florida's Rights Union, is more than just textbooks? That's right. Gear up with officially licensed Gator merchandise from top brands like Nike, Peter Lamar, Lululemon, Columbia, Tommy Bahama, Apple, and more. From game day to every day, we've got the styles Gators love. Stop by the Florida Bookstore at Rights Union. The Florida Bookstore, where Gators shop.
Go Gators!
After you work out, you can feel worn out. Reach for core power and rise to a whole new level of recovery. Protein to build muscle. Electrolytes to help hydrate. The nutrition you need to power on. Champion your recovery with Core Power.
It's
the Battle of the Trucks at Davis Gainesville Chevrolet GMC. The Chevy Silverado 1500 strikes first with 0% financing for 60 months. The 26 GMC Sierra strikes back with 0% financing for 60 months plus no monthly payments for 130 days. Come see us today at Davis Gainesville Chevrolet GMC and GainesvilleChevyGMC.com. 36-month leases, $69.99 due at signing, plus tax, tag, title, and done. $16.66 per thousand financed at 0 APR for 60 months. Subject to lender approval. Expires month end. Together, let's drive.
Are you ready to raise your game when it comes to your Gators gear? Head over to Alma Mater in Gainesville. You'll find just what you need to rep your team in style. From one-of-a-kind Gator tees and hats to NIL gear, they've got the perfect Gator swag for every fan in all kinds of weather. Whether it's game day or any day, you'll be winning with officially licensed apparel found nowhere else. Locally owned, locally produced. Alma Mater, in-store at the corner of 34th and University or online at almamaterdesign.com.
Concrete is tough, long-lasting, durable, and when it's done right, it's the foundation of everything that stands strong. At Silverback Concrete, we don't just pour concrete, we build trust one slab at a time. We're a family-led team of heavy concrete specialists who sweat every detail, from footers to elevated decks. We respect your budget, we build to last, and we care about the people on the job today and those who will walk these floors tomorrow. You stand on it, we stand by it. Silverback Concrete, we've got your back. Visit silverbackconcrete.co to get started.
For more than 50 years of quality service, Archer Electric Service Company has been Gainesville's choice for residential and commercial electrical work. Whether you need wiring, repairs, or backup generator installation, we treat every client like family with professional, clean, dependable service. Don't wait for the storm or the flicker to remind you. Visit ArcherElectricService.com today for a free consultation and see why we've been Gainesville and the surrounding area's most trusted electricians for decades.
Sometimes it can be hard to tell the difference between a minor sprain and a significant issue. The team at UF Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine provide expert orthopedic care with locations in Gainesville and Ocala for everything from walk-in treatments to specialized surgeries and complex cases. Choose the providers who care for Team USA. Visit ufhealth.org/orthoexperts to learn more. Proud provider for the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Medical Network.
From the UF Weather Center, here is your WRUF weather update.
Sunny and hot through the afternoon. Temperatures peaking in the mid-90s. Feels like temperatures near 100. Slight chance for an evening thunderstorm southward toward Lake and Sumter counties. Otherwise, partly cloudy to mostly clear skies this evening into the overnight. Low temperatures in the low to mid-70s. Hot and muggy tomorrow. Heat index values near 105. And we'll have a better chance for more widespread thunderstorms east of the I-75 corridor tomorrow. From the WUFT Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Megan Borowski.
The Tailgate with Jeff Cardozo and Zach Alvoverde. Weekdays at 4, right here on WRUF.
Many thanks to Quality Plumbing for being one of our first hour sponsors, and appreciate all of our sponsors as well. Let's see here. YouTube question brought to you by Campus USA Credit Union. Mortal Jim, anything surprise you in the draft last night? No, not really. I don't want to say it was chalk, but I didn't look at a team and go, whoa, where did that pick come from? I mean, there were a couple of them, Jim, that were stretches, but nothing crazy. I think it was a pretty good draft for just about everybody last night. International Diamond Center email, Tommy listens to the show from Amelia Island. Thank you for that. Not sure how many fans know a lot about UF sports other than the main ones. Be great to spend a couple of days listening to coaches and players, past and present, from less popular Gator sports to learn more about them. Just a suggestion. Yeah, I'm going to hopefully have Roland Thornquist here in the next few days, the former Florida women's tennis coach, who just won a Division III national championship at Lenoir Rhine. So going down that road, Tommy. Jim, yesterday you asked if winning an SEC championship still means something. To me, it does. I like opposing fans seeing the banners hanging from the rafters or painted on the walls. Worst sports movies are Major League 2 and Caddyshack 2. Caddyshack 2 was awful. Awful. Especially after how good Caddyshack was. He's also thoroughly enjoying watching World Cup fans from other countries experiencing the United States for the first time. So many of them have said that we are nothing like their media portrays. Your thoughts? Wrong show for that, Jim. But I'll say this. I mentioned this Monday, and I'm not being political here. I don't do political. Foreigners, depending on where you live, are given, for example, if you live in China or North Korea, how do you think the United States is portrayed? I don't know how the U.S. is portrayed in France or Portugal or any place like that. But, and again, I'm not, social media, I mentioned this Monday. When you went to a golf tournament, right, what's the term, the golf clap? Very polite golf clap, right? You didn't heckle a golfer. If you were rooting for Arnold Palmer, you didn't heckle Jack Nicklaus. And if Jack Nicklaus made a good shot, hey, golf clap, right? You saw what happened this past weekend when Wyndham Clark basically was, if not booed off the course, fans were cheering when he made a mistake because they wanted Scheffler to win. The golf wasn't like that, and golf is now. That's how fandom has changed. Social media has changed everything. And I'm also going to say this, whether you like them or whether you don't, when you have a president of a country that is as mean-spirited and says what he says, okay, like it or not, okay, whether you love him or hate him, that's part of it too. That's accepted now. Not liked all the time, but it's more accepted because nobody else really did that. So that's where we are as a society. And it's sad in a way. But, athletes are going to have to deal with that, I think, more and more. I mean, look, when you go to a Gator game, how many times do you boo somebody? You usually don't, right? You cheer for your team. But that's just, look, the only constant in life, peeps, is change. And social media has, it might be the biggest change, social change, I've seen in my lifetime. I mean, think about it. It's changed everything. And now you have a platform you can go, I mean, look, you can call me anytime you want and say, and people do, I hate Billy Napier, fire his butt, what happened to Kevin O'Sullivan, why are they doing that? That's what this show is for. It doesn't have to be all flowers and roses and positive. You have every right to be critical. But there's a way to do it, right? It doesn't have to be personal. It doesn't have to be where you're, impugning somebody's manhood or their family or whatever else. But I'm telling you, after baseball lost their regional, some of the stuff on social media was just unbelievable. And I'm thinking, these are fans? You support this team? And you can hide behind it. Here, you don't need to hide. We talk. Art, International Diamond Center email. One of the Mets going to fire Mendoza. You know what? It's frustrating for me as a Mets fan, Art. But I will say this. Part of, not all, I think they did a very poor job in free agency. But they've had a rash of injuries. And now Soto went out. So you don't have Lindor. They've not had a full team since the start of the season. The only way you fire Mendoza is if, A, you think his leadership, even with those people, they wouldn't be very good. Or B, you get those guys back for a period of time the second half of the season. And if you're not doing well, then you fire him. But I don't think this is all his fault. Do you think the ghost runner in extra innings makes a mockery of baseball? I personally do. I don't, but let me tell you what could happen. You could lose a game and throw a no-hitter. I thought of this the other day. Okay, 9 innings, you haven't allowed a hit. And now the ghost runner's on second base. Okay? Fly ball, center field, or even ground ball to the right side, out, runner goes to third. Runner at third, sacrifice fly, run scores, your team doesn't score, you lose 1-0, you haven't given up a hit. You could lose a no-hitter. You could lose a no-hit game because of that. So that's kind of squirrely. But I don't think it's a mockery of it, but I get your point. That's our first hour. We will come back with hour number 2 and hopefully talk more sports with you here on Sports Scene on WRUF.
The John Sumrall era begins this September, right here on WRUF.
Want to get your brand noticed? At Radware, we help you stand out with custom corporate apparel, branded uniforms, and promotional swag that gets attention. From trade shows to team uniforms, we've got you covered. Radware even works with major names like the University of Florida. Boost your brand visibility today. Visit radware.com. That's radware.com and let your brand shine.
If there's anybody that knows what teamwork and great leadership is all about, it's the head ball coach himself, Steve Spurrier. Sure, it applies to football and the team at Campus USA Credit Union.
Yeah, I think we got excellent leadership with Jerry Benton and his staff there, and certainly I'm proud to team up with those guys as we go from year to year.
Campus USA Credit Union can help with all your financial decisions. Join the team. Learn more at campuscu.com. Member NCUA.
Summer in Gainesville means sunshine, barbecues, and storm season right around the corner. Don't wait until disaster strikes to think about your roof. Whether it's your home or your business, Atlantic Roofing has you covered. From inspections to full replacements, their expert team handles both residential and commercial roofing, built to stand up to Florida's toughest weather. Get ahead of the storm. Protect what matters most. Visit AtlanticRoofingFL.com today for your free estimate. Atlantic Roofing. Roofing you can trust, rain or shine.
Domino's carryout deal means you can carry out one-topping pizzas for $7.99 each when you order online or by phone. Just in case there's any confusion, we've even set up a helpful website to confirm if today is a day you can carry out one-topping pizzas for $7.99 each. Just go to howabouttoday.com to find out if Domino's carryout deal is valid today. Spoiler alert, it is. Carryout only. Ask for this offer. Availability and charges may vary. Size availability varies by crust type. Excludes XL and specialty. Your local store may charge extra for some toppings and sauces.
Hi, I'm Kerry Meldon. At Meldon Law, we prepare every case as if it's going to trial. And part of that preparation involves real people from our community giving honest feedback. Join one of our jury research focus groups. You'll review real case scenarios, share your perspective, and enjoy dinner and dessert on us. We'll thank you and provide you $125 for your time. It's engaging, meaningful, and your voice truly matters. Visit meldonlaw.com to sign up today.
Gator fans, this one's for you. Introducing Castaway Sauce Company, the hot sauce made by Gators for Gators. Their signature ball kicker hot sauce is inspired by Steve Spurrier's famous kick that beat Auburn in '66. If you love hot sauce with real flavor, not just heat and vinegar, Castaway delivers. Available at select public supermarkets, Castaway Sauce Company is founded by a lifelong Gator and proud UF alum. From mild to wild, they've got a flavor for every Gator tailgate. Grab your Castaway hot sauce today and taste the tradition. Learn more at CastawaySauceCompany.com.
This summer, bring every game home. Baseball, soccer, golf, like never before with a stunning new home theater system from Electronics World, Gainesville's preferred choice for home theater, surveillance, and smart home solutions, delivering the best products, the best service, and the best price. Don't just watch the game, live it at Electronics World, Gainesville's preferred choice for home theater, home surveillance, and smart home installation and service. Visit electronicsworldfl.com for more. That's electronicsworldfl.com.
When you're ready to roll up your sleeves or open new doors for the next generation. When you're ready to give your time where it matters most and put your heart behind every handshake.
Radiant Credit Union is ready too. With partnerships, programs, and people dedicated to building stronger communities together, helping our community shine. Radiant Credit Union. When you're ready, let's get started.
From the Spurrier's Gridiron Grill Studio, WRUF Gainesville, W251CG Gainesville, WRUF FM HD2, and on the WRUF radio app. This program is paid for by Weeby Marketing. The godfather of Gator Sports Talk Radio has returned.
I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
It's Sports Scene with Steve Russell. Time to eat some lunch and talk some Gator sports.
Sports Scene with Steve Russell is fueled by Southeast Car Agency and brought to you in part by Gator Trim Light, Campus USA Credit Union, Doreen Weeby Realtor, Fairlife Milk, Domino's Pizza, International Diamond Center, Meldon Law, Miapa Latin Cafe, Spurrier's Gridiron Grill, Quality Plumbing, Sensei Asian Bistro, Ruse Ogra State Farm, Titan MRI and Imaging, the UF Bookstore, Gala Bank, B&D Electric, and the Head Beer Coach 1966 Lager.
Now, here's Steve Russell, right here on WRUF.
Welcome into Hour 2 of Sports Scene for this Wednesday. Caroline is producing the program today as we come to you, as always, fueled by the good people at Southeast Car Agency in Gainesville, 310 Northeast 39th Avenue. I've been telling you for a long time, folks, nearly 50 years in business, the best in late model, low mileage vehicles. I'm driving one now, and I have been for a long time. When you go see them in person, make sure and tell them Sports Scene sent you. We come to you live from the Gator Trim Light studio. Visit GatorTrimLight.com and find out what they can do for you to make your home, your landscape lighting, your pool area, whatever, look really, really good. And if you have a business, a deck, whatever it might be, they can really help you make it look sharp. Visit GatorTrimLight.com. Find out all the details. Many thanks to Quality Plumbing for sponsoring the first hour of the show. Hour 2 brought to you in part by Domino's Pizza. Nobody delivers like Domino's, whether you're picking up or ordering delivery. Fast, easy, just a click away. You can order now at GatorDomino's.com. I'm going to start by saying that I don't know what the heck is going on with me. I'm getting old. Lisa emailed me and pointed out something I said incorrectly, and I did not. I actually had it in my notes and didn't read it right. Roland Thornquist, who coached tennis here, is coaching at Wesleyan University. I think I said Lenoir Rhine, and I did that because there's another coach I'm looking at, and I just wrote that, and I associated the two without thinking. And it's interesting. I emailed the school to get Roland Thornquist, so I should have known that, so I misspoke. So thank you, Lisa, for that. He is the head men's tennis coach and assistant for the women. And again, the women, as I mentioned, won the D3 national championship. So thank you for that. And he, I hope, will be here either later in the week or sometime next week, as we are going to take a little time off after next week's shows to recharge the batteries and get ready for, dare I say, football season. Yeah, crazy. All right. I did this. A couple of people responded to it. We do the best of this, the best of that. Worst sports movies. Worst. Like I said, Caddyshack 2 for me, after how good Caddyshack was the first thing I thought of. I don't know why, but it was. And I don't know if you know this. Maurice Spates, the former Gator, is also coaching now. I believe he's at Polk. Again, I think he's at Polk, but he's coaching. So congratulations to him. Don't forget our phone line, Titan MRI Imaging phone line, 392-8255. International Diamond Center email is srussell@wruf.com. And Check out our daily clip of the day on WRUF Facebook and YouTube at WRUF Home of the Gators, brought to you by our friends at Fairlife Milk. And we had a good first hour, mostly talking about the NBA draft. A couple of emails here. Max emails. I really like the topic somebody brought up, he says, about fandom. Fandom has changed. I'm probably, he says, about your age, and I'm alarmed sometimes at the behavior of fans, and I hate to say it, among the younger fans. Well, guess what? I don't agree with that. It's not younger fans. It's fans like you and me, dude, that get on social media. It isn't Caroline that does it. It's, fans that have adapted to social media. And once again, that's how that is. I also asked this the other day, and I got just about no response. But I'm going to ask it again, because if not, it's going to be a long hour. I just think, I was flipping channels, and I was watching a Florida-Tennessee football game where Jesse Palmer was quarterbacking. So 2000, 2001 maybe? And as I was watching that, I remember how winning the SEC East, how winning an SEC championship was a big deal. It's not anymore. I mean, look, it's an accomplishment. You get a ring for it. I'm wearing one from baseball. But I just think it's a stepping stone. In other words, you win the SEC, great, but are you in the Final Four? Are you in Omaha? Are you in Oklahoma City? And it's kind of sad in a way, because, man, it's hard to win the SEC. But I'll also say this. Do you think fans of Oklahoma give a crap about not winning the SEC after they just won the College World Series? They don't. They're not going to call shows and go, man, we didn't win the SEC this year. What a bummer. No, because they won it all. But, it is different now. Michael emails. Again, NBA draft question. He's basically asking any surprises. No, Michael. I think I did not see a reach pick last night. I just didn't see that. And I got to tell you, I spent all of, 10 minutes watching that. And it's funny. I used to really watch the NFL draft. I don't do that either now. I hear about it. I'll, maybe follow it online, but I just don't have the time. And it's, when the MLB draft happens, because, Gators may be in it, you have a little bit more of a rooting interest in it, but otherwise, no. And isn't it interesting? SEC Football Media Days is next month. It's getting close. And I know a lot of people are looking forward to seeing, what Gator football will do. The staff is off, getting some time off after doing a lot of good recruiting and things like that. And we hope that we'll be able to get more of the coaches, more of the staff on here before the season actually starts, because after that, a little harder to get people on. One more email here. Frank says, what do you think of the new UF president? Not much. I don't know. I mean, Florida needs a president. I'll say that. I do hope, though, that we can get him up here because we've had presidents here before, and I think you as fans need to know, their thoughts on athletics and where athletics is going and, all of that. So it'll be our hope to have the new prez come up here, and we'll see if that indeed will happen. All right. This week I charted. Today's Wednesday. We so far have not had a World Cup question. And I get it. Number one, I'm not a technical soccer guy, so I couldn't tell you, well, why is this guy do? I can't. And I do think it's a tough sport to talk about. In baseball, well, he's not hitting. Why the strike zone, all of that. What do you talk about when it comes to soccer, when it comes to the World Cup? I don't know that, there's that much to really talk about. And I'm going to ask this. I was in a conversation last night. Do you prefer day or night games in football for Florida? I'm all you day or night? Night? Yeah. I think most people are. I'm all day. Now, I get it. I don't have to sit out there. And if I had to sit out there, I'd probably say night. But for me, it's just a nice, or if it's an early game, you go home and watch football the rest of the day. That's why. But I get it. If I'm in the stands, it's a 3:30 game and it's 100 degrees. That's not a picnic. I get that. All right, we'll break. We'll come back and hopefully something, because if not, you're going to hear me for 45 more minutes, and that's not good. So you want to talk a little sports? Let's do it here on Sports Scene. Friends, if somebody's been in business for 45 plus years, doesn't that tell you something? Trust, longevity. Well, that is the case with my friends at Southeast Car Agency in Gainesville. The Cousins family has operated that business for the past 45 plus years, and they specialize in just one thing. They give you the best alternative you have to purchasing a new vehicle, the best in late model, low mileage vehicles. Great variety, great selection. I'm driving one now, have been for years. Go see them today, Southeast Car Agency, 310 Northeast 39th Avenue, Gainesville.
Everyone knows Gator Trim Light is the go-to for patented permanent holiday lighting. But did you know they do so much more? From pool enclosures and businesses to decks and landscape lighting, they've got you covered. Full color systems, fully programmable, right from your smartphone. Invisible by day, stunning by night. Show off your orange and blue home or landscape with GatorTrimLight.com. That's GatorTrimLight.com. GatorTrimLight.com.
Hi, I'm Kerry Meldon. At Meldon Law, we prepare every case as if it's going to trial. And part of that preparation involves real people from our community giving honest feedback. Join one of our jury research focus groups. You'll review real case scenarios, share your perspective, and enjoy dinner and dessert on us. We'll thank you and provide you $125 for your time. It's engaging, meaningful, and your voice truly matters. Visit meldonlaw.com to sign up today.
After you work out, you can feel worn out. Reach for Core Power and rise to a whole new level of recovery. Protein to build muscle. Electrolytes to help hydrate. The nutrition you need to power on. Champion your recovery with Core Power.
If there's anybody that knows what teamwork and great leadership is all about, it's the head ball coach himself, Steve Spurrier. Sure, it applies to football and the team at Campus USA Credit Union.
Yeah, I think we got excellent leadership with Jerry Benton and his staff there, and certainly I'm proud to team up with those guys as we go from year to year.
Campus USA Credit Union can help with all your financial decisions. Join the team. Learn more at campuscu.com. Member NCUA.
At International Gold, Diamond, and Watch Exchange, you'll find transparent pricing, same-day evaluations, expert craftsmanship, and a team committed to treating every customer with honesty and respect. And you never know who you'll see shopping there. Music stars, sports stars, and savvy collectors all know where to go when they're searching for exceptional value and luxury timepieces. Whether you're buying, selling, trading, or restoring a treasured piece, visit International Gold, Diamond, and Watch Exchange on West University Avenue in Gainesville.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party.
Wait, is that Ronaldinho? Ronaldinho! You think Brazil will win it all this summer?
Claro que sí.
Can I just say, you're my favorite player, ever.
Bet all of soccer's biggest matches this summer on Hard Rock Bet. And keep your cool in case you run into Ronaldinho. Download the Hard Rock Bet app and back your country. Roll with us. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
If it happens in Gator Nation, you hear it on WRUF 98.1 FM, 850 AM, and 103.7 HD2.
Welcome back to Sports Scene. This is interesting. Speaking of the World Cup, 2 weeks through, ESPN ranked the countries. Number 1, France. I think a lot of people who follow the sport would agree with that. Number 2, Argentina. Number 3, Spain. Number 4, England. Number 5, Germany. Number 6, Brazil. Number 7, the Netherlands. Number 8, Portugal. Number 9, Norway. Number 10, Morocco. Number 11, the U.S. of A. And they're down 2 from their previous ranking. And I don't exactly know why, but that's just for whatever that's worth. Also, as I'm trying to get you some news, since we won't talk sports here, this is interesting. The International Olympic Committee pledged to pay more than $100 million to athletes through 2028 by creating a fund for $10,000 grants for which they can apply after competing. Yeah. The IOC, International Olympic Committee, came after calls were strongly resisted to pay prize money at the Olympic Games. Now, see, is that what the Olympic Games, you're supposed to, everything's money, I get it, right? That's what we all work for. But again, somebody that's my age, you didn't think about paying back then, did you? So around 11,000 athletes due to compete here in LA in 2028 can apply for grants totaling $110 million after those Olympics if they meet eligibility requirements like not testing positive for dope. So do I think it's a good idea? Yeah. Why not? That's where the world is now. So I guess that'll be it. Don't forget tonight here, Rays baseball and some afternoon games going on today, a couple. Rangers and the Marlins. The Marlins, after 80 games, halfway through the season, are above 500. And they're 1-1 with the Rangers. in Miami. That game is in the 5th. The Cubbies, who blasted the Mets last night, are at the Mets. The Mets are 10 games under 500. 10. That game is scoreless. And then a little later on today, the always surprising Cleveland Guardians and the equally surprising Chicago White Sox will play this afternoon. Both teams are above 500. I don't think the most ardent White Sox fan thought that would happen. Kevin's Red Sox, they're worse than the Mets. That's saying something. They're 13 games under 500, and they're at Colorado today. Yeah, well, yeah. We at least I mean, we're really good friends, but at least we could commiserate because our teams are awful. They're just awful. And then on the coast today, the Orioles, Pete Alonso, I could not tell you what the Polar Bear's doing because he's playing for, he's not playing in New York. He's playing in Baltimore, and the Orioles are bad too. They're below 500. They're at the Angels. But again, tonight, tune in for the Royals and the Rays. The Royals have been, based on what they did last year, kind of a disappointment. They're 12 games under 500. And the Rays are still 10 games over 500, but not playing great baseball as of late. And the Cubs and the Mets, by the way, today are playing a doubleheader, day-night doubleheader. So there you are. I got one email here. I got to get to it. Oh, Philip says, I'm a Celtics fan. He said, I have to make up my mind whether or not I still want Jaylen Brown. I think you should keep Jaylen. He's a good player. Now, again, I have no idea where his head's at now after all of this. But yeah, you gotta take him. Do you not? It's funny. Can't get a call. We're getting emails, which is okay. Brandon, are you going to have anybody on before you leave talk more about the renovation at the Swamp? No. To be candid, we tried getting Scott Strickland to come on for sort of a end of the year, overview of Gator athletics, and to have him talk, more about the renovation. He was so gracious to come on before he left to go to the College World Series, but it just can't fit into his schedule with the amount of shows we have before we take a break. So, no. BB, funny you should ask. I hate to admit I stayed up late watching this movie the other night on cable. One of those you keep watching thinking it just has to get better. It didn't. The Last of the Goon, The Last of the Enforcers, I have no idea. It's a hockey movie. You know that? You know that, Caroline? Wow. A hockey movie whose only redeeming moments might be the broadcaster segments you could show your students on how not to broadcast. Is that true? World Cup. Wife showed me several things on social media that surprised me, would amaze the foreign fans of the World Cup. Our visitors to the States can't get over how big the pizzas are, how good the food is, and the yellow school buses. Many of them thought the buses were myths or only in cartoons. Isn't that funny? Let's go to our Titan MRI Imaging phone line. Andrew is there. Hi, Andrew.
Hey, you brought up the night game thing, and I was wondering, everybody likes the night game, but what happened to the noon games? Is this a new thing?
No, they just don't have any.
Is this just recently? Like, you look up, you're playing a credit team. What happened to the noon? They don't do that anymore?
Yeah, they do, but it just depends where you're scheduled, and it's all controlled by television.
Do you agree, though, like, when they're playing a credit team, it's like, hey, it would be nice to have a noon game?
It depends on your point of view, doesn't it? Yeah, South Carolina is early. but there's not many. But it's all controlled by television. So,
yeah,
I mean, that's just, and a lot of and remember, there's still some flex games that we don't know, what time it'll be. Florida State's 3:30, Georgia's 3:30, as always. But, Florida Atlantic's night. Campbell is late afternoon, I guess you call it. Auburn's at night. So, we'll see.
10 years ago, though, would FAU be a night game? And so that's what I'm asking, kind of.
Well, no, probably not. But you also have to look at the entirety of the schedule, right? Who's doing what? And remember, before the SEC network, Andrew, when you didn't have that as a window, then that game might not have even been broadcast.
Oh. Yeah, you're right. Well, thanks for the question.
Sure. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate your call. Yeah, I mean, I believe the Texas is an early window too, I believe. So, again, we will see. Vandy is early too. I remember that. So there may be. Now, how early, we will find out. But, yeah, like I said, for somebody who just wants to go home and watch football, but I get it. Like I said, if I'm out there and it's hot, it's not a lot of fun. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Final half hour of the show. Still can hear from you. You're listening to Sports Scene, coming to you live from the Gator Trim Light Studio, fueled by Southeast Car Agency on WRUF.
The Tampa Bay Rays play here all summer long. WRUF.
Summer is here. This summer, don't let pain or lingering injuries hold you back. Good news. You don't have to deal with long waits or high costs at Titan MRI and Imaging. At Titan MRI and Imaging, you're not just another patient. You're treated with care in a comfortable, personal setting. With 2 locations in Gainesville and 1 in Lake City, being pain-free is a short drive away. And they accept insurance. So don't sit out this summer. Get the scan you need and get back to enjoying it. Visit TitanMRI.com to learn more.
Summer's back, and so is IDC's most popular offer ever. 0% financing for 5 years. Now through June 30th, you can make any purchase at International Diamond Center and spread your payments out to 2031 without paying a dime in interest. Engagement rings, wedding bands, eternity bands, earrings, pendants, our largest selection ever of certified hand-picked diamonds and exclusive designer fashion jewelry. International Diamond Center at Celebration Point. Excludes Rolex. Details and more at shopidc.com on approved credit.
Every great team is built on a solid game plan, sharp execution, and total trust in the crew beside you. At Quality Plumbing, we bring that same championship mindset to every job we do. For over 40 years, we've been the starting lineup for homes and businesses across North Central Florida, delivering reliable service, expert craftsmanship, and big wins for our customers. Call us today or visit qualityplumbing.com. We're your first string team. License number CFC 043073.
By now you've heard about the Florida Legends Experience in Gila, featuring Gator Heisman greats Tim Tebow, Danny Werfel, and Steve Spurrier all in one place at Spurrier's Gridiron Grill. Imagine catching a pass or taking a handoff from a Heisman winner, all while supporting Isaiah 117 to help provide safe, loving homes for children in need. Then enjoy an unforgettable evening at the Gala, filled with great food and lasting memories. Don't miss this historic event. Find out how you and your business can get involved at FLLegends.com. That's FLLegends.com.
Summer in Gainesville means sunshine, barbecues, and storm season right around the corner. Don't wait until disaster strikes to think about your roof. Whether it's your home or your business, Atlantic Roofing has you covered. From inspections to full replacements, their expert team handles both residential and commercial roofing, built to stand up to Florida's toughest weather. Get ahead of the storm. Protect what matters most. Visit AtlanticRoofingFL.com today for your free estimate. Atlantic Roofing. Roofing you can trust, rain or shine.
Soccer Sticker Fever is here at Miapa. Every Wednesday from 4 to 9 p.m., bring the family for Soccer Sticker Trading Night. Trade the stickers you're missing, pick up albums and sticker packs, and connect with fellow collectors. And kids ages 3 to 10 eat free with a paid adult entree. While the kids enjoy dinner, treat yourself to the best Cuban food north of Miami and delicious Cuban coffee at any of our 6 convenient locations. Mi Apa Soccer Sticker Wednesdays, every Wednesday 4 to 9 p.m.
Hey, have you ever talked to Ruse Agra over at State Farm?
Oh yeah, Ruse is awesome. Helped me get a ton of coverage for way less than I expected, and he serves all of North Florida. Super friendly too, actually takes time to explain everything.
Really? I thought State Farm would be pricey.
Nope, surprisingly great rates. You get that neighborly service you don't find everywhere. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I might give Ruse at State Farm a call.
You should. Call 352-240-1779 for a free quote. You'll be glad you did.
Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Stream all of our shows on YouTube. Search WRUF, home of the Gators. Now, back to the Sports Lab with Kevin Winter.
Welcome back to Sports Scene. Don't forget, all of our guests come to you courtesy of Meldon Law, serving Gator Nation since 1971. Meldon Law won't back down. International Diamond Center email, Richard, while not directly about sports, the Heidi movie interrupted a Jets game and stands in history as one of the worst network decisions and stands in infamy. Caroline's looking at me like, what's he? I believe it was 1968. The Jets were playing the Raiders. And the Jets were good then, because they had Joe Namath. And in the middle of the game, a nationally broadcast game, NBC, late in the game, switched to a Heidi movie. And remember, no social media in those days, where you just couldn't go on your phone and go, who won? Bad. And as somebody who was, a Jets fan, like, oh my God. So yeah, that you're right. Gordon, watching you on YouTube, you look good for a man of your advanced age. Well, it beats the alternative, I can tell you that. How about this? Okay, I could be like that, right? Any sports movie entitled 2 is terrible. I agree. What do you think about the Gator baseball coaching changes? We'll see. I mean, nobody knows, unless you're in that building, why the changes were made. Because again, Gordon, I'm going to go back to this. If you look at the baseball season, they were a top 8 national seed over the long haul of the season. That's pretty good. I think in February, if you said to a Gator baseball fan, we will be a top 8 national seed, you take that and run with it all day long. But obviously, Kevin O'Sullivan felt that change was needed. And I don't know that the coaching staff changes are done yet. So we will see. But I'm just here to tell you, it's the expectation levels now are through the roof. But I also understand, because of the money, think about this. If you want to equate, let's say men's basketball, to NIL money, you're going to start seeing that now. Because a fan's going to say, okay, Team X got X million dollars in NIL money, and you got knocked out in the second round. Not successful. And why? Because of the money. That's good or bad. That's part of the equation. That's part of the world we are living in now. It's just that simple. So anyway, baseball will take a hike till February. Paul, why so many emails today and not calls is beyond me, but that's okay. He says, you didn't watch the NBA draft? LOL. No, I didn't. But I look, in doing a show like this, you prepare. And I did think a lot of teams did really well, and nobody really blew it. There wasn't a pick you went, who did they pick? Didn't get that. As a caller earlier said, Austin Reeves, a 4-year, $185 million max contract. That's a max contract. And the first thing I thought of is LeBron James, right? So that's a lot of money. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it, but what about LeBron now? What money? I mean, Reeves probably was the best player on the free agent market, and the Lakers got him. And if you're a Laker fan, that's great. But again, if you're going to keep LeBron, you're going to keep some other players. They're currently hard capped at the second apron. A lot of teams don't want to make the foray, like the Knicks, into the second apron. And I get that, a lot of money, but it's also the price of doing business these days. Isn't it funny how a subject that you think would not attract a lot of Michael says, I like the early starts, but I don't like sitting in games with early starts. Like I said, I can understand that. Because he says, I, like you, enjoy going home, especially after a Gator win, and watching the other college football games. And Jason says, who makes those decisions? Well, television. Television. That's what it's all about. And really, for the most part, always has been. And look, they're paying tremendous amounts of money for the media rights to broadcast the games. So they should have a say. I mean, I think it's, fair that they would do that. Justin? Justin, there's no way I'll answer this. But I'll read the question. Who's your favorite Gator coach? There's not a chance in hell I'm answering that. I will say this, and I mean this in all sincerity and candor. There have been coaches here. I mean, look, we're human beings. I'm sure you have somebody that you're better friends with than somebody else. That's just who we are as people. But I've never, since you asked the question, I just don't remember having a bad relationship with a coach. Some of them have not been chummy. It's been, professional. But, of the current coaches, I mean, I've known Tim Walton the longest, probably. He was just on here the other day. He's always been great, doing some of their games. Jenny Rowland comes up here all the time. When hey, Jenny, can you come on the show? She comes to the studio. She's great. And we've always gotten along. So I can't, honestly, I'm really going back to think after all the years I've done this. Now, I can tell you, if I ever wrote a book about it, I've had some interesting conversations. One particular football coach and I had a screaming match in his office one day about something I said in the postgame show. That happened. There was another one where a coach thought I said something that I did not say, insisted that I said it, and had to go through a lot of nonsense to prove I didn't say it. But by and large, been great. And it behooves, and I'll tell you a coach I had the most appreciation for, Mary Wise. When Mary got here, I got selected to do volleyball matches on radio. And I knew next to nothing about the sport. And when I went on the air and broadcast the games, Mary was so kind to let me see video, to explain, some of the nuances of the sport, so I didn't sound like I didn't know what I was talking about. She was great. I mean, she literally held my hand through that and educated me. And I always, how many coaches would have done that? So I've always had a special place for her because she did that. He says, you had a good relationship with Don DeVoe. Well, he was before I got back here. I'm just talking about the time I've been back here, Mike. But if you want to go back before that, I'll tell you a quick story about Norm Sloan. I was on the air working at KISS 105, and during my sportscast, Florida had played Georgia, and Georgia whacked them. I went on the air in the morning and said as much. I got a phone call that said, Coach wants to see you. So I made my way to his office, and Stormin' Norman stormed. He just, what do you know about basketball? You don't know anything, blah, blah, blah. And I finally said to him, are you finished? Are you finished? And he said, get out of my office. The next day was practice. And back then, practices were open. Imagine that. Meaning he could go to practice. And I saw him walking towards me. I went, oh, no. This is going to be bad again. He walked up to me and said, hey, let's play horse. It was his way of, didn't say I'm sorry, but it was his way of, okay, let's go. And, so I haven't had a lot of those in my time, but if I ever wrote a book, I'd include them. We'll take a break. Final segment coming up. I must say, today is, in all the years I've done this, the longest time I've ever gone without a call on Sports Scene. It's crazy. You're listening on WRUF.
Sometimes it can be hard to tell the difference between a minor sprain and a significant issue. The team at UF Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine provide expert orthopedic care with locations in Gainesville and Ocala for everything from walk-in treatments to specialized surgeries and complex cases. Choose the providers who care for Team USA. Visit ufhealth.org/orthoexperts to learn more. Proud provider for the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Medical Network.
Are you ready to raise your game when it comes to your Gators gear? Head over to Alma Mater in Gainesville. You'll find just what you need to rep your team in style. From one-of-a-kind Gator tees and hats to NIL gear, they've got the perfect Gator swag for every fan in all kinds of weather. Whether it's game day or any day, you'll be winning with officially licensed apparel found nowhere else. Locally owned, locally produced. Alma Mater, in-store at the corner of 34th and University or online at almamaterdesign.com.
Domino's carryout deal means you can carry out one-topping pizzas for $7.99 each when you order online or by phone. Just in case there's any confusion, we've even set up a helpful website to confirm if today is a day you can carry out one-topping pizzas for $7.99 each. Just go to howaboutoday.com to find out if Domino's carryout deal is valid today. Spoiler alert, it is. Carryout only. Ask for this offer. Availability and charges may vary. Size availability varies by crust type. Excludes XL and specialty. Your local store may charge extra for some toppings and sauces.
It's the Battle of the Trucks at Davis Gainesville Chevrolet GMC. The Chevy Silverado 1500 strikes first with 0% financing for 60 months. The 26 GMC Sierra strikes back with 0% financing for 60 months plus no monthly payments for 130 days. Come see us today at Davis Gainesville Chevrolet GMC and GainesvilleChevyGMC.com. 36-month leases, $69.99 due at signing, plus tax, tag, title, and dock. $16.66 per thousand financed at 0 APR for 60 months. Subject to lender approval. Expires month end. Together, let's drive.
This summer, bring every game home. Baseball, soccer, golf, like never before with a stunning new home theater system from Electronics World. Gainesville's preferred choice for home theater, surveillance, and smart home solutions. Delivering the best products, the best service, and the best price. Don't just watch the game, live it at Electronics World. Gainesville's preferred choice for home theater, home surveillance, and smart home installation and service. Visit electronicsworldfl.com for more. That's electronicsworldfl.com.
Hey Gainesville, tired of big banks that don't know your name? Meet Gallup Bank. Locally owned, locally operated. With over 350 years of combined experience, we're here to help our neighbors, not just customers. No call centers, no appointments necessary, no sign-in sheets, and anyone can cash a check on us. No extra charge. Local bank, local people. Gallup Bank. Find us at 7515 West University Avenue off Tower Road. Gallup Bank. Member FDIC.
Gainesville's best-kept secret is finally being revealed. Introducing Sensei Asian Bistro. Located in Celebration Point next to Spurrier's Gridiron Grill, Sensei delivers a one-of-a-kind Japanese-French fusion experience that's as refined as it is unforgettable. Indulge in signature dishes like our smoked New York strip, Chilean sea bass, matcha curry, or the crave-worthy Chunggang chili chicken. Pair it all with handcrafted cocktails, fresh crudo oysters, or our premium A5 Wagyu tataki. Sensei Asian Bistro. Make your reservation today.
From the UF Weather Center, here is your WRUF weather update.
Sunny and hot through the afternoon. Temperatures peaking in the mid-90s. Feels like temperatures near 100. Slight chance for an evening thunderstorm southward toward Lake and Sumter counties. Otherwise, partly cloudy to mostly clear skies this evening into the overnight. Low temperatures in the low to mid-70s. Hot and muggy tomorrow. Heat index values near 105. And we'll have a better chance for more widespread thunderstorms east of the I-75 corridor tomorrow. From the WUFT Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Megan Borowski.
Gator football returns September 5th, right here on WRUF.
And that can't come soon enough. But we'll see. Don't forget, when we are done, Sports Lab is off for the week. Rich Eisen will come your way when we are done here, just as a program note. Quickly, a couple of baseball updates. The Marlins 2-1 over Texas now. That game's in the 6th in South Florida. Mets and the Cubbies are scoreless in the 3rd in New York. And the White Sox and the Guardians are delayed by weather. So that is what's going on today in the afternoon with Major League Baseball. Well, I got to tell you what. I got to come up with something for tomorrow or Friday. Or maybe you who are listening can come up with a topic that interests you, because people, you won't talk MLB or pro sports or whatever. And now that the Gator year is over, and when you throw out something like movies and it doesn't get a bell, it's time to take a break. It's time to get away, because it makes for a long, long, long show. And this time of the year, too, I always enjoy getting guests. It's harder because there's less happening. The college, college sports is done. Just less opportunity in that window here. Michael says, tomorrow I'm going to email you with a couple of suggestions for topics. Okay, Michael, you can do that. I'm game. And again, we're going to try to get some guests as we can, but again, this time of the year, a little bit harder. Before we say goodbye, I want to tell you about a great bank, Gala Bank, Gainesville's only local bank. Over 350 years of combined experience, locally owned, locally operated. They don't have any call centers. No appointments are necessary. They'll take care of you and take care of your banking needs. No sign-in sheets. Anybody can cash a check. No extra charge. Check out Gala Bank, 7515 West University Avenue off of Tower Road, member FDIC. All right, Greg will wrap us up today. Greg, hi.
Hey, Steve, I just figured I'd chime in calling us out. I was reading a cool article from Kevin talking about, Florida football and its record. We haven't, when you say it out loud, I said it, and it just sounds terrible, haven't had a winning season since 2020 with the Kyle and Kyle show, which was awesome. So, like I told your producer, I'm just going to ask you straight up, Steve, your world-famous crystal ball, can you give us a prediction? I know it's early, but do you think, one, we'll have a winning season, and two, can you give me a prediction? I know it's too early, but, hey, I'm getting the itch, Steve. Love the show. Go Gators.
Okay, thank you. I think Florida has a chance. I think they're going to win 8. Injuries, we don't know how that's going to go, right? But I think they have the capability of that. So it would be a winning season. And, when you look at where Gator football is, I keep saying this to you. It's not if you are down. Every program, Notre Dame, Alabama, Ohio State, has had down periods. Everybody. The key is, how long are you bad? And that's also what is, quote, bad, unquote. Now, below 500 is bad. But you can finish 8-4, and some people would say that's not good enough. Steve Spurrier famously left here saying, I guess 10 wins isn't good enough around here anymore. Gator fans got spoiled by Steve Spurrier. Without question, Gator fans got spoiled. So I think 10 wins now, you'd be marching down the street. So it'll be pretty good. That's it for today. Thanks to Caroline for wading through it, Caroline. Thank you. I wanted to keep her busy, and hopefully tomorrow, who's ever produced, will be a little more busy than this. Again, Rich Eisen's coming up next as the Sports Lab has the rest of the week off. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Steve Russell. You're listening to WRUF.
The John Sumrall era begins this September. Catch every game right here on WRUF 98.1 FM, 850 AM. We are your home for Gator sports.
Gator Nation, did you know the UF bookstore, located right inside the University of Florida's Rights Union, is more than just textbooks? That's right. Gear up with officially licensed Gator merchandise from top brands like Nike, Peter Lamar, Lululemon, Columbia, Tommy Bahama, Apple, and more. From game day to every day, we've got the styles Gators love. Stop by the Florida bookstore at Rights Union. The Florida bookstore, where Gators shop.
Go Gators!
It's lunchtime and nobody does lunch like Pomodoro Cafe. From Italian dishes to subs and salads, and favorites like their meatball sub with fries or onion rings, topped with the house sauce and lots of melted mozzarella.
This is Steve Russell sharing with you one of my favorite lunch spots, Pomodoro Cafe, located in the Spring Hill Publix complex on 39th Avenue near I-75. Enjoy Pomodoro Cafe today.
And don't forget, they cater online at pomodorocafe.com.
Nobody does catering like P.F. Chang's. Elevate your gathering with our buffet-style catering pans. Packed with bold flavors and generous portions of your favorite dishes, we make it easy to serve and even easier to enjoy. From chopsticks to dessert, everything's ready for pickup or delivered right to your door. Choose individual meals, customizable catering packages, or build your own perfect feast. P.F. Chang's Catering. Your feast perfected. Order now at pfchangs.com/catering.
There are plenty of realtors in town, but few work as hard, respond as quickly, or care as deeply as Doreen Wiebe of Caldwell Banker MM Parish. Community-driven and client-focused, Doreen will work with you to ensure your satisfaction. Whether you're buying or selling, she brings persistence, preparation, and heart to every deal. With Doreen, you're not just another transaction. You're a priority. Call 352-562-1411. That's 352-562-1411.
Gator fans, this one's for you. Introducing Castaway Sauce Company, the hot sauce made by Gators for Gators. Their signature ball kicker hot sauce is inspired by Steve Spurrier's famous kick that beat Auburn in '66. If you love hot sauce with real flavor, not just heat and vinegar, Castaway delivers. Available at select Publix supermarkets, Castaway Sauce Company is founded by a lifelong Gator and proud UF alum. From mild to wild, they've got a flavor for every Gator tailgate. Grab your Castaway hot sauce today and taste the tradition. Learn more at CastawaySauceCompany.com.
It's game day. Lights on, fans ready, everything running like it should. Now imagine your home performing at that same level. No flickering lights, no tripping breakers, no last-minute surprises. With B&D Electric, your home's electrical system is always game day ready. From repairs and lighting to panel upgrades and troubleshooting, they deliver reliable service you can count on every time. Don't sit on the sidelines. Schedule your service today at www.bdelectric.com. That's bdelectric.com.
Looking for the perfect stay in Gainesville? Holiday Inn Gainesville University Center is just steps from the Swamp, the closest hotel to UF. With 6 stylish floors of brand new everything, we've been completely renovated and fully remodeled for your comfort. Enjoy the best guest services in town, competitive rates, and a location you just can't beat. And don't forget about our rooftop pool. Whether it's game day, graduation, or a Gator getaway, make your stay extraordinary at Holiday Inn Gainesville University Center. Visit us online today for details and booking.
From the Spurrier's Gridiron Grill Studio, WRUF Gainesville, W251CG Gainesville, WRUF FM HD2, and on the WRUF